Hello, my crafty friends. It's Sandy at Left-Handed Crafts. Sandy's Left-Handed Crafts. And today I want to make a special Valentine. I came across this exploding card on YouTube, and I just love it. I think it makes anyone that gets it feel very special. And so I want to share with you how I put it together. If you look out on YouTube, you can type in exploding card. I know I'm going to butcher her name, but it's Shanti Patel. I believe she's Indian. She does it all in metrics, if you can handle centimeters. Her tutorial, I think, is probably the best. But there are other ones out there that have converted it to English terms with inches and quarters and all those good things. So feel free to look around. But I'm going to try and make it simple if I can and enjoy doing it. So today I wanted some papers that had some pinks, some blues. I wanted it to be sweet looking, so this is the paper that I had. I've had this one a while. It's from Michael's. It's their hot buys, so I got it for $5 or $6. Came with a lot of different patterns. Very unique and fun, and it's a cardstock paper, so it's got some tooth to it, and it holds up real good, so it's going to be perfect for the outside of my card. And then I have another just piece of plain pink cardstock. This is out of my junk bin, but I really like the pink, and it went well with the colors in my paper. So you'll need another piece of cardstock. This cardstock will be much smaller. It's the inside of the card, and you only need 4 inches by 9.5 inches. So I believe I can get it out of this section right here. And then you need a very flimsy piece of paper. Something that you can fold up, because this is a folding card. It's got a little bit of an origami fold to it, so that makes the explosion happen. I also have out here some cut-aparts. I thought this was really cute. It came with my paper. It says live with love and love living, and it's got a pretty pink heart on it. This goes with the outside of my card, kind of pretty. Celebrate, wild heart, wild soul, eat well, travel often, and love much. You know, they're just the cut-aparts that came in that paper pack. And I've got them out here in case I want them. And then for Christmas, my daughter got me this wonderful bath set. And this piece of decorative paper was in the little bag behind the bottles of body wash and lotion and salts, bath salts, and it's rose gold and it's precious. So I got this out, thought maybe I would punch a couple of hearts out of this for inside my card, because it kind of goes with the gold in my paper. It's not too different. And then this ribbon also came with it, so I didn't know if I could recycle it. But basically, you're just going to be finding those bits and pieces that you've got that you think that would go together. So I've got and then I've got these washi tapes. I bought my daughter these washi tapes about a year ago, and she wasn't using them, and I'm like, well, they go bad if you don't use them. Did you know that? They really lose their stickiness, or they rip, or they do all kinds of weird things if you don't use them within a good time. So I took them back. I'm an Indian giver. especially when it comes to craft products. If you're not going to use it, give it back, please. So, got that. Oh, here's another cut apart. You are beautiful. I think my card is for a friend. It's not for Bill. Bill would not go with these colors. No, I'll probably make him something else. But this may be for my daughter. So, shh, don't tell. But I like to make them each a Valentine to remind them that their mama does really love them. So, that's what we're going to do today. I've also got some string here. And you'll see when the card pops up, there's a way to thread some string across and put little flags, and it makes it look like a little party, and it's so much fun. So, guess we'll start cutting. So here's my 12 by 12 piece of paper. I'm going to get out my cutter. I need a 6 by 12, so I'll move that down so I don't put a hole in my paper. I move this to 6. I'm sorry if you can't see, but I'm just using a paper trimmer, and I cut that at 6 inches. So I have a 12 by 6 piece of cardstock. I also need the 4-inch by 9.5. So let's see. Here's 4 inches by 9.5. 9.5. Or 1/2 slot short of 10, right? So there's the inside of my card. And then these wings that pop out, you'll see as I do this, they are, they're the side papers, and they need to be 10 inches. Make sure you get it lined up there real good. I've seen some ladies, they look like they are just slamming their paper cutter, and they go this way and go that way, and it actually kind of freaks me out a little. So I'm like, I don't cut that fast. So then there's my 6 inches. So I have 2 pieces that are 6 inches by 10 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of paper. Then I get out my scoreboard, and I will put this all up on the blog. And you can find my blog on blogspot.com under Sandra Braum. I'll try and make sure there's a link. You know, I'm still new at this, so I'm learning. But the outside of the card, you put it on the 12-inch side. Try and get it back here where you can see. 12-inch side, and then we score at 5 inches, 10 and 1/8 inch, 10 and 1/4 inch, and 10 and 3/8 inch. Kind of makes a little rounding edge on the bottom. Makes it really nice. And then 11 and 1/4. So that wasn't so hard. Can you see the lines a little bit better here? And then you fold and burnish. You can burnish with this. You fold, 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 and burnish, burnish, and fold. So if you go with those 3 little skinny lines, it kind of helps it to roll up on the bottom. And then you're gonna see I use these little fastener dots. You can get them at the dollar store for $1. They're Velcro. They're good for this. Most people, I think, use magnets, but I don't have the money or the time to find the darn magnets, so I use these. They come from the dollar store, quick and easy. And what I do is I take my loop, my fuzzy and my loopy, and I stick them together, and then I put it on the bottom of this lip right here. Probably doing this a little early, but, and then I fold that up and press it there. And that gives you your little fastener to hold this shut. Because when we put everything in here, this isn't going to want to stay shut real good because it's going to want to explode open. So that's how we do the outside of the card. Then the inside of the card is really easy. All you do is on the long side, which is 9.5 inches. On the long side, 9.5 inches, you score it at 4 1 3/4. So that basically is in half. So very nice. That's the inside of the card. And then the thin pieces of paper. This is where life gets fun. You fold it in half. Okay. And then you take the open edge corners and fold that down at a 45. Now I haven't figured out if it matters, but I try and mirror what I do because one's going to be on one side. I call these the wings. One's going to be on one side and the other one's going to be on the other side of the card. And so I want them to kind of be mirror images. And neatness counts. So if you can try and fold nice and neat. So see, I have 2 mirrored pieces here. Now, this is where it becomes fun because we're going to score these. And you're going to score, you're going to put it up in the corner like this. Obviously, if you don't have a scoreboard, you're going to find a different way to do this. Having the 1-inch mat below it makes it a lot easier, but you want to score at 2, at 3, at 4, and at 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4-inch sections. You want to do that again. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 1-inch sections. So that prepares our wings. And I believe that's all I need the scoreboard for. So then I can put this down here. Get my notes and things out of the way here. Sorry. Should have cleared that up. We have our card. Now, if you've got the tools and you want to make a fancy, now if you notice, I'm just folding back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. and you get this funny looking piece of paper. Then you want to go back and fold the other way because you want it to bend both ways. So, there's one wing. And two. Now you fold it the other way. The score lines really do help. And I'm rushing because I want to get this all in on one video. So, when you open it up, you've got this piece of paper, and it's got these interesting folds in it. Why do I feel like I've done this wrong? Okay. This is the part that's tricky. You fold this fold up, this fold down, this fold up, and this fold down. Remember I told you that origami fold? This is it. I feel like I've done this backwards. I think I've done it backwards. Oh. It was the folded end I was supposed to put down. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have messed up. So you leave it open and you fold the folded corner down. And then you go back and do all those same folds again. Yes, mine often have extra folds because it takes me a while to get this all figured out. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4. The folds are there, you've just got to get them pressed into it. So, now when we open it up, that looks better. You want your little 1 inch squares on the corners here. And you want to fold. Well, if we cut out and I come back, you'll know. This is what I was worried about, that I didn't know this good enough yet. I've made several of these, so it takes a while to get this figured out. Plus, I'm a lefty, and so I do it opposite of what I see in the video. So, all right, I think I may have to start over. I'm going to stop here for a minute, and you may have to pick this up in part 2 once I figure out how to fold this darn thing again. I know I've got it. I know that I was wrong in folding the open edge down. It's the folded edge down. And then from there we'll pick it up after I get it figured out. That's how it is. You just got to figure it out.